It is day 25 of crocheting our summer blanket. Today we'll be using all three of our blue colors to add a bobble stitch to look like bubbles. Using the peacock blue, I'm going to chain one and single crochet all the way across the row, and the front of the blanket should be facing you during this row. Then chain one and turn. And this is really where the rows for this stitch start. There are two rows, the bobble row and the single crochet that you will use for this stitch. For this row, for the bobble, you're going to single crochet into the first two stitches, and then the bobble is going to be double crocheting together 5 times in the same stitch. So what that means is you're going to yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, pull through the first 2 loops, and then do that 4 more times. So yarn over, insert into that same stitch, pull up a loop, pull through the first 2. After you've done that a total of 5 times, you will have 6 loops on your hook, and you just pull through all of them at once. And that's the bobble. And then you just repeat that pattern. You do 2 single crochets, a bobble, 2 single crochets, a bobble. Although if you did want them to be closer together, you could do 1 single crochet in between instead of 2. You will end the row with 1 single crochet instead of 2. Then chain 1 and turn. Then the second row is just single crochet in every stitch across. And that will finish this stitch. So you just repeat those 2 rows, the bobble row and the single crochet row, as many times as you want. We're going to do 1 in every color. So at the end of this row, I changed to turquoise, chained 1 and turned. And then I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to do 1 single crochet in the first stitch instead of 2, and then do a bobble. And then for the rest of the row, you just continue with 2 single crochets in between each bobble. But starting with the first one is going to make the bobbles on the front staggered instead of directly on top of each other, which I personally think looks more like bubbles. But you could also make them right above each other if that's your preference. And I ran out of turquoise here, so I had to grab another skein. Then the end of this row, you'll have 2 single crochets instead of 1. Chain 1 and turn, and then just single crochet all the way across again. At the last single crochet of the row, I changed to our ice blue, chained 1, turned, and then this row I did the exact same as the first row of bobbles, so 2 single crochets to start, then the bobble, and then continue that pattern across. So once again, you'll have 1 single crochet at the end, chain 1, turn, and then a single crochet all the way across. Thank you for suggesting this. I love these bubbles, and it was time that we had another ombre with all of our blues. I also wanted to say thank you for all of the very sweet and kind comments you guys wrote about my trip this week. I'm just so incredibly thankful for this community and how wonderful all of y'all are. And since we have just finished day 25, which is crazy to me, I'm gonna try and do like an update video today, maybe this evening or this afternoon, which is long overdue, but want to see how long our blanket is at this point, and then also just kind of take stock of how much yarn we've used. But I must say, I am absolutely in love with this blanket and all of the stitches. So please do let me know in the comments what we should add for the next row when I come back.